The head of the Paris hospital system has questioned whether people who refuse to be vaccinated against COVID should continue to have their treatment covered by public health insurance. The remarks have set off a fierce debate in the country. Hirsch said he raised the issue because health costs are exploding and that the irresponsible behavior of some should not jeopardize the availability of the system for everyone else. A group of scientists have warned the UK government that by allowing poor countries to remain unvaccinated is a reckless approach to public health, meaning COVID variants are more likely to develop. Here's a quick recap of all the international COVID developments. Europe. England is going back to its Plan A COVID strategy by lifting virus restrictions, with commuters back to the office, masks no longer required in enclosed places, and vaccine passports shelved. The EU's drug regulator gave the green light to Pfizer Incorporated's antiviral COVID-19 pill for treating adults at risk of severe illness. Booster shots could reduce future hospitalizations in Europe by at least 500,000, the EU's public health agency said. Finland will begin gradually easing restrictions from 1 February instead of mid-February as initially planned. The head of the Paris hospital system has set off a fierce debate by questioning whether people who refuse to be vaccinated should continue to have their treatment covered by public health insurance. Spain's northeastern Catalonia region drops the need for a COVID passport to enter restaurants, bars and gyms. Sweden's health authority says it will not recommend COVID-19 jabs for all 5 to 11-year-olds, the country again choosing a different COVID policy to much of Europe. Many more COVID restrictions are being lifted on Friday in Wales, allowing nightclubs to reopen, and some rules on social distancing to be scrapped. Asia. Hong Kong will shorten its 21-day quarantine requirement to 14 days for incoming travelers, starting from 5 February. New Delhi ends a weekend curfew, reopens restaurants and allows markets to operate at full capacity, as the Omicron variant outbreak slows. Americas. Canadian truck drivers are meeting in Ottawa to protest a federal government vaccine mandate. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says he has been exposed to COVID-19 and will isolate for 5 days, in accordance with health rules for vaccinated people. The U.S. government's main health agency is failing to meet its responsibilities for leading the national response to public health emergencies, including the coronavirus pandemic, a federal watchdog said Thursday. Middle East. The United Arab Emirates medical convoy of 1 million COVID-19 vaccines reached the Gaza Strip via the Rafah border crossing, state news agency WEM said. Morocco will reopen its airspace for international flights starting February 7, the state news agency, MAP, reported on Thursday. COVID-19 boosters increase protection against death from the Omicron variant to 95% in people aged 50 or over, the UK Health Security Agency said. China's Wolvax biotechnology has recruited most of the 28,000 participants needed for a large clinical trial of its Moderna COVID-19 vaccine candidate, a senior company official said.